I never planned to stand before a queen, much less an alien queen who ruled 12 star systems and commanded fleets that could eclipse small suns. I was only supposed to be a translator, a human linguist assigned to the diplomatic envoy. Nothing more. Nothing less. But that was before Queen Seralith of the Astrix Dominion looked at me as though I were something far rarer than any mineral her empire mined. Something she had been searching for. And before she offered me something no human had ever been offered. Something that would change both our civilizations forever. Shooting star beginning. The queen who watched me too closely. Astrix Prime was unlike anything I had ever seen. Floating citadels suspended over oceans of glowing violet mist, crystalline towers humming with energy, and sky beasts gliding like whales through the clouds. I was already overwhelmed before I even stepped foot into the throne chamber. The throne room itself felt alive. Luminescent patterns pulsed beneath the floor, casting soft waves of color that responded to movement and heartbeat. And on the elevated dais sat Queen Seralith, tall, graceful, silver-skinned, with eyes like nebula storms trapped behind iridescent lashes. I was told not to speak unless addressed, that humans were fragile newcomers, that the Queen rarely acknowledged off-world visitors, let alone individuals. But from the moment I entered, her gaze locked onto mine. Not the ambassador, not the generals, me. Her eyes tracked every breath I took, every nervous twitch of my fingers. When the ambassador bowed, she didn't even glance at him. She was still watching me. First I thought I had broken some rule. Then she stood. The hall fell silent. Even the floor dimmed its glow as she descended the steps, each movement smooth like liquid metal. She stopped in front of me, close enough that I felt the warmth radiating from her skin. "You are human," she said softly. I swallowed. "Yes, Your Majesty. You are different from the others." She leaned in, studying my face like some rare artifact. "You feel genuine." I had no idea what that meant, but her tone sent a shiver across my spine. The ambassador tried to intervene, but one gesture from her guards silenced him. Her attention never left me. "Walk with me," she commanded. And everyone else, military officials, council members, dignitaries, watched in stunned confusion as the Queen led me, a nobody, through her private gardens. Milky Way middle. The offer no human ever expected. The gardens were breathtaking. Floating platforms of crystal vines, luminous flowers that responded to touch, and trees whose leaves rippled like living fabric. We walked in silence until she finally spoke. "Do you know why your presence caught my attention?" "No, Your Majesty." She stopped beside an obsidian pool reflecting 2 moons and our silhouettes. "My people sense intention," she explained. "We perceive emotional resonance. Most off-worlders carry ambition, fear, or deceit." She turned to me. "But your resonance is honest, warm, unburdened by ulterior motives." I wasn't sure how to respond. I didn't know I projected anything. "You do," she whispered. "And I find it comforting." Her eyes held mine again, intense, searching, almost vulnerable. Then she asked a question no queen, much less an alien one, should ask a human diplomat. "Tell me, do you know the greatest problem of the Astrix Dominion?" I shook my head. "We are dying." The word hit me like a physical blow. Our population declines each cycle. Connections between minds fade. Bonding has become rare. We struggle to produce heirs, even when the need grows desperate. She stepped closer. So we sought other species, not for conquest, but for compatibility. My pulse quickened. "You're saying humans have something we lack," she said. "Emotional variation, unpredictability, A spark we buried long ago. Felt dizzy. The queen of a star empire was talking to me about her species' survival. Then she touched my hand. Her skin was impossibly warm. Her eyes glowed faintly. "You carry a resonance I have never felt," she whispered. "And so I would offer you something no human has received." She lifted my hand to her heart, where a faint hum pulsed under her skin. "Become my bonded consort." Air escaped my lungs. Bonded. Consort. Words that held unimaginable weight in her culture. What would that mean? I managed to whisper. She took a breath, steady and regal. "It means you would walk beside me. You would be protected, honored. You would carry a piece of our essence. And your presence might help restore what my people have lost." I felt the planets spinning around me. A queen was offering me a bond that could reshape two species' futures. But she wasn't done. She stepped even closer, her voice soft, vulnerable in a way that didn't match her terrifying reputation. "It would also mean," she said gently, "that your smile, the one you showed when you first looked at me, would belong to me alone." My chest tightened. "I didn't realize you noticed." "I notice everything about you." Her hand slid from my wrist to my fingers, intertwining them. But then she released my hand and stepped back. "You may refuse. Humans value freedom. I will not take yours. I only offer." For the first time, she looked truly uncertain. An empress of 12 systems. Unsure of a human's answer. Milky Way ending. The choice that changed everything. I didn't answer right away. I asked for time, and she granted it with surprising grace. For hours I walked the corridors of her palace, replaying every word she'd said. The ambassador panicked, insisting that accepting would entangle Earth in political chaos. Soldiers whispered my name. Courtiers stared. The entire palace waited. But none of that mattered as much as the memory of her expression when she made the offer. Not commanding, not regal, but hopeful. By dusk, I asked her to meet me again in the garden. She appeared beside the moonlit pool, the glow of alien flora reflecting off her silver skin. "You have decided," she said softly. He nodded. "I'm scared," I admitted. "I don't know what bonding means, or what your people will expect, or how this will change my life." She approached slowly. And yet, I continued, heart pounding. "When you spoke, it didn't feel like a command. Felt like a request, one you were afraid I'd reject." Her eyes softened. "And I don't want you to feel alone in that uncertainty." Silence. Then her fingers brushed my cheek. "What is your answer, human?" Exhaled. "I will walk with you, whatever that means." The queen closed her eyes, a single breath of relief leaving her lips. When she opened them, they glowed brighter than I had ever seen. She took my hands, placed them against her heart again, and whispered, "Then from this moment, your resonance becomes part of ours." Light, warm, brilliant, pulsing, wrapped around us, swirling like a living aurora. I felt her emotions, her hopes, her fears, and something unfamiliar yet deeply comforting linking to my own heartbeat. When the light faded, she didn't move away. She whispered, almost shyly, "You have given my people hope, and given me something I thought lost." "What?" "A future worth feeling." I smiled, unable to stop myself. She mirrored it, her lips forming a softer expression than anyone believed she was capable of. And somewhere in the palace, word began to spread. The Astrix queen had bonded with a human, and the universe would never be the same.